Hello everyone and welcome back to another tutorial video. On this video we're going to be talking about our brand new tool called Builder All Directories. So to start off, once you click on the tool, this is where you're going to end up. On this dashboard over here, it'll say welcome to Builder All Directories, and it'll give you a little explanation on how to create your directories right over here. You can scroll down these. It will show you what you need to do to create your first directory. So you guys can just keep going to the right until you finish this and see this little tutorial by images that we have. Once you do that, you can actually start seeing the menus on the left over here. So for example, the directories, places, categories and subcategories, settings, repositories, customers, and ads. We're going to talk each one individually, so let's get started. So the first thing we're going to talk about is actually what is a directory. So a directory is going to be a list of companies or advertisement or listings that you want to advertise on your website or on your directory. So you're basically going to have a catalog of websites on your website that is advertising and making it simpler for other people to access certain services or certain areas of your city or of your state or of your country, etc. It's a really cool tool to make advertisements, and your directories will list the name of the company, the name of the brand, the name of the service, and their contact information so that the people that are looking for this service can contact them and get what they're looking for. So yeah, it basically just helps the customers find whatever they need in a very specific way. So now to explain what a directory is, we can start on the tutorial. On the directories is where you can see your list of directories. Create a new directory, see the information of your directory that you are creating, and editing your layout. Over here on your list, you can see the name, the type, and the layout that you're using for your directory. You can see the status as well. If you want to edit the information, you can click on this little pencil icon. If you want to edit the layout, you can click over here. If you want to preview it, click on the little eye. These two buttons are, this one is to build your directory, and this one is to publish your directory, and also the delete button. I'll go over this once again in another video, but this is pretty much what you need to know to start off. Next up, we're going to see places. So places, you need to feed information into this to create your first directory. So for example, you need to put the countries, states, cities, and also neighborhoods. And this information is just to feed off your directory. So for example, you would have United States as a country, and you want to do only the Florida state, the city of Orlando, and downtown. The neighborhoods, you don't have to worry that much. It is just something that you need to have to create your directory. So for example, if you don't know a neighborhood in a country or in a city that you're doing, just put downtown. Or for example, when I put Brazil, the translation would be centro. So I would have to put that. And always remember that if you're doing another country, you have to do in their language and how the person would search up that word. So for example, I couldn't put downtown over here because that's not how someone in Brazil will look up for downtown. They will write this word over here. And to add the countries, states, cities, and etc., you just need to click on the plus icon over here on the right side of the screen. You just need to put the country name, the abbreviation in 3 letters, abbreviation in 2 letters, the country code, its capital, the currencies that they use in 3 letters as well. It's not like dollar, because if I try to write dollar, it won't let me. It has to be USD. And the URL of your country. The URL is not the actual URL, is just how it would appear in your URL. So for example, if it's the United States over here, the URL, it's United and then there's a dash States. Same thing for the states, the cities, and neighborhoods. It's basically the same thing. The information is kind of the same. Just need to select the country, for example, for your state, and then you select your state name, Georgia, and then GA, and boom, I added a state. Wrote it wrong, but you guys get the idea. Over here on the right, we also have the option to export and import your list of countries, states, cities, and etc. If you guys have one. If you don't, you can just click on this export button, and it will download a template of the list that you need. So for example, a grid with the name, the abbreviations, both abbreviations, country code, and etc. Once you fill out that information, you can just upload it to the directory. Same thing for the rest of them. I don't need to keep going over it. You guys get the idea. Once you're done your places, you need to go to categories and subcategories. Over here, pretty much self-explanatory, kind of looks exactly like the places. You need to put the name of your category and also your subcategories. And your subcategories need to link up to your categories. So if you want to create a subcategory, you need to choose a category first. And the same thing for the list. If you have a list of categories that you need to upload, you can just import them over here or export them out and then fill the template out and import them back. Next up, after categories and subcategories, we have the settings. Here's where you would select your ad types. So for example, if it would be a simple or a spotlight ad, you can do this over here. Once you create that, you can go next to payments, where you can set up the frequency of your payments. So for example, a 6-month contract or a yearly contract, you can set all this up over here. Next up, you can add currencies. So for example, dollar and reais, that's the Brazilian real right over here. You can see it, it says it right there. To create everything is the same way. You just need to click on the plus icon and fill out the information. On the price tables, you will need to create a ad type first. So don't try creating price tables before you create your ad types. And frequency and currencies, of course. So you would need over here to select a name. So pricing 2. You'd select the ad type. For example, this test. The frequency that I want my ad type, I would select the yearly, for example, in dollar, and the value would be $100, for example. If I choose it, my pricing tool will be right here. Next up, we have PayPal. You would just have to connect your PayPal account. If you don't know how to, you just click on this link over here and follow these steps. You would just need to get your account, the client ID, and the secret. If you want it to be a sandbox mode, you can. I'm using a sandbox mode right now just because my account of PayPal is not a business account, it is a personal account. So I can't have the client ID and the secret. If you also run into the same problem, you can just turn your account into a business account. It's pretty easy and pretty simple to do that. PayPal will teach you how to do that very easily. So once you set all this up, you can jump to repositories. Here's where you just will manage your images and files. You can upload them to here by clicking on import. You can drag and drop. For example, I would just drag and drop some random image and upload it through here. I'm not going to right now because it's a random image. I don't need that for my directory. So you guys got the idea. You would just upload all your images over here to make it easier for you to have a data bank of your images and files. Once you uploaded your files and images, you can go to customers. Here you would have your list of customers that want to have their ads on your directory. You can add a new customer through over here by selecting their name, country that they're in, state, city, and neighborhood, their street address, and this is their street address, not where they are setting up their ads to be. So for example, if I'm in the United States and I want to send my ads to Brazil, I would set my street address to my US address, not my Brazil's address. And you can save the information right over here. And here you would see your list of customers. Same thing, you can export and import your list of customers as well if you have them. And just remember, guys, that you need to fill out all this information over here before actually creating your directories. So don't forget to fill out the places, categories and subcategories, the settings over here, the ad types and payments, and repositories. You don't need to have customers at first, but of course you need customers for your directories. And lastly, we're going to talk about the ads. This is where you would see your actual ads that are going to be on your directory. So to create your ads, you would need to select either a customer or you just need to fill out this information over here. Once you do that, you can save and you'll keep filling out the information until you went to payments. I would do a separate tutorial on that, how to fill out all this information over here and also your ads and payments. But you guys get the idea. You guys would just select, for example, the type of ad that you want, the company name, the URL of the company name, slogan, and all of this. And over here, this country and this state, city, and etc. is where your ad would be. And remember that I said to put your actual street address and etc. on your customer. Over here is where your customer would have their ads at. So for example, if I'm having my ads in Brazil, I would select the Brazil country and etc. But once you get to the payments section, you can start putting your ads on your directories. I'm just going to close this window down. And once you fill out all this information, you can actually create your directory over here. By selecting adding a new directory, you would just have to fill out this information over here. You need to select a type. So for example, worldwide, national, state, neighborhood, etc. I'll just select worldwide. The name of your directory, you would need to choose your domain, as I did over here. Let me just show you because it's deleted. Yep. A layout, and once you click on edit, it will take you to this page over here where you need a directory title, the directory description, keywords, the Google Analytics ID if you need one or if you want one, the contact email, and also if you want a directory icon, you can upload it over here. Next up, you can edit the layout. Over here, this is going to be my directory. This is how it looks. I can literally edit anything. So for example, if I want these rows not to be visible, I can do so. If I want to change this color, I can also do so over here, for example, like this. And basically everything you were able to edit, you can do so right here. I will also have another tutorial on how to edit your directory. Let's just go back to the other page that we were just in, and I'm going to end this video right here. So this was a general overview of our brand new tool, Builder All Directories. This is going to be it for the video. Thank you for watching and have a great day.